Hey guys, I'm Cole. I'm back with another Transformers video, and today I've got Transformers Studio Series 86 Bumblebee. This is the Bumblebee from the 86 movie, and yeah, I got him on clearance at Walmart. Nice artwork. I don't like the open box design, but we got picture of Bumblebee over here. We've got the there's no cross cells anymore actually, but we've got the product pictures here and here. His background is an internal thing of Unicron, I want to say, but he never went inside Unicron. Can't remember exactly where Bumblebee. No, Bumblebee should have been with Ultra Magnus, wasn't he? Anyways, let me get this guy out of the box. All right, so I've got Bumblebee out of the packaging here, and you know, for a representation of the 1984 movie character, he does look right. Everything looks good on him. Let me bring over my film noir Spider-Man. Let me bring in Scourge. Let me bring in Soda Can, and let me bring over Hubcap. He's so small. Why are you so small? Why are you so small? Yeah, this is a 2009 Scout class. This is a 2024 Deluxe class. Now, I will admit, the Scout class has a lot simpler design, a lot simpler jointage. He's got a lot less parts. He weighs easily half. This guy is half the weight of this guy, so he's got a lot of... The newer one does have a lot of plastic in it, but let's bring over a more recent Deluxe. Yeah. Bumblebee here got small. Why he's so small? He's so small. That is absolutely a Bumblebee head sculpt. That weapon, I don't recall what gun he actually had, but it looks good. And a great thing about this gun is that it does have a nice solid tab point, and it just pegs right onto his back. Great weapon storage. You can store the weapon in robot mode no matter what. Great thing going on there. He's got a bowl jointed head, so he's got a 360 and a little bit of up and down wiggly waggly. He's got bowl jointed shoulders. He's got a shoulder swivel, a decent elbow bend. He's got a nice wrist swivel, waist swivel, universal jointed hips, swivel at the thigh, nice knee bend with an extra knee kind of down in his foot. He's got an ankle bend at the top of his gigantic foot, but thanks to his gigantic feet, he can actually pose doing a high kick. This is completely unsupported. That is impressive. That's good. Let me bring in the other Bumblebees. Alright, so let me bring in all my various Bumblebees in no exact order, but here is Transformers Prime RID Bumblebee / Hotshot. Here is the Beast Hunters mold. Here is the 30th anniversary Goldbug More Than Meets the Eye. Here is the Scout Target Master one. Here is, I want to say, Last Night World War II Bumblebee. Here is War for Cybertron Cliff Jumper variant of Bumblebee. Here is Legacy Animated Bumblebee. Here is Cybertronian Bumblebee. Here is Gamer Edition Bumblebee. And then here is Transformers the Movie Bumblebee. He's pretty small. He's still really small. There he is next to War for Cybertron. And then here he is with the Generations Thrilling 30. He's like half the size. Okay, let me get this cleared up and get back to whoever I'm talking about. Okay, so I talked about articulation. Let's very clean backpack. I want to get that out of the way. I like the way his feet are all done. So let's get into transformation now. Let me talk about this. This is his backpack right here, and in order to get this loose, you need to kind of pull backwards a little bit so you can unclip that little tab from that little slot there and get that over. Then when you turn them back into robot mode, you actually got to hook this part over here, and then you got to kind of force it down. It'll go into place, but it's like there's this little it's hard to explain, but it's literally, you feel like you're stressing it in there a little bit. So be aware of that. Be careful of it. We're gonna open up the front of the chest here and just flip his head clean in. Gonna extend this whole arm back here. Now the arms, before you transform them, you need to bend them at the elbow and push them back so that his elbows are hanging against his back in this position here, because you're going to fold open his back to get those wheels out. You're going to spin these wheels around at this hinge point at his shoulders, and then you can close the wheels back down and then peg the arms together. There's a little tabbing point on one arm that goes into the other. That he turns himself inside out, which is great. Then you can collapse this whole thing back in on itself, and everything's going to tab into place, and now you've got the back end of the car all done. So for the front end of the car, you're going to come down here to the feet, and you're going to untab the bottom of the feet, and then flip these little tabs in. Now when you transform him to robot mode, and you pull out the toe tab, and you put down the bottom of the foot tab, you need to kind of, if you just do it like this, okay, it can go together, but I have had it to where that part flips in and then that part flips in like that. So you gotta pay attention to that. You're gonna want to hold the toe part like this and then do that. Does that? I don't know. That probably makes absolutely zero sense. Back to transforming to vehicle mode. Open up the back of the foot and then fold the bottom of the foot up in on itself. Open up back of the foot, fold bottom of the foot in, and then come up here to this waist section and fold the waist down and in backwards. There's a tab on the top of the waist section that's going to go into that slot right there. And then you're going to break the knees backwards. And there are these hinges in the feet that are going to hinge around and bring up the hood. Then you can clip the feet together, and then using the hip joints down inside there, swivel everything up, and then the doors are going to clip into place. And there's no, the gun stayed on the entire time. There's zero needed parts for me. I will comment, it would have been nice if they would have shortened this barrel a little bit and found some way that we could tuck the weapon. I mean, you can kind of sort of tuck the weapon inside. It doesn't really want to fit, but it can be done if you really want to. But it would have been nice if they would have given us the option to hide the gun, because that's just empty space down in there. That would have been very nice. So now that I got him in vehicle mode, let's bring in Scourge. Let's bring over Film Noir Spider-Man, soda can. And look at him next to Scourge there. He next to the Siege car guys. And yeah, here he is next to Hubcap. He's so small. Like, he looks good. I like the way he looks. He's absolutely a Bumblebee figure. The transformation's fine. He compacts together very well. He rolls very nicely. It's just, he's so small. Why he's so small? Hey, Bumblebee, I could use your help with something. Yeah, cool. Give me a second. Hey, Colin. Yeah? Fuck you. What? What'd I do? He's so small. He's so small. Not cool, man. Not cool. So, what'd you need my help for anyways? Well, honestly, it's 'cause you're small. Primus, damn it! Okay, well, here's the box. That was... God, I'm being cussed out by my own action figures. So, aside from him running away on me, I'm glad I got the figure at $13. The Transformers, the movie Studio Series Bumblebee is a fine figure, but it's just another example of how they're changing the scaling or whatnot. We're getting more complicated Transformers with, you know, it's about the engineering, not so much the size anymore. He is small, but I'm glad I got him. There's another one available right now that's a very similar design to him. I might pick it up for comparisons, aside from the fact that it's $25. I'm Coleman. That was Transformers, the movie Studio Series Bumblebee. It's a fine figure, but he's just small, and he really shouldn't be at $25 just because of his size alone. But he's got the engineering to back up his price point. Do with that what you will. So, alright. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.